Hello guys, welcome to Kubernetes for Beginners. Today we are going to talk about pod disruption budget, also called PBD. What is a pod disruption budget? So in Kubernetes, a pod disruption budget named PBD is just in simple language, but that's just for accidental disruption, right? If you want your app to skip a specific number of pod at any given point of time, no matter no matter what, like disruption, you're going to use pod disruption budget, right? A pod disruption budget is a community resource that help ensure that a certain number or percentage of your pod are not voluntarily disrupted at the same time. It's a way to tell Kubernetes how to respect your application high availability during volume disruption, which can actions such as delete, train node for maintenance, or scaling up down the number of replicas. So when you have actually your Kubernetes, the pod disruption budgets tie on your Kubernetes cluster, or what's going to happen is that if you try to go below the number that is required, Kubernetes will actually stop you by saying that, hey, something happened. So the pod disruption budget is just there to make sure that you have like a specific number of pod. So accidental disruption, this can be due to maybe like a technical error on the cluster, or it can be due to human being. If you want to drain a node, for example, and if that node have pod disruption budget, you will not be able to drain that node. If you not the node, if you want to drain a node and it has a pod, there are pod in that node that have pod disruption budget, you want to be able to drain that node. Kubernetes will stop you from draining that node, for example, right? You will not be able to drain the node, which is really great. So this is just like avoid accidental, this is accidental disruption, and just make sure that you keep high availability actually on your application. So pod disruption budget is very handy when you have that actually actioned, right? So that's called pod disruption budget. Just simple, and you can actually, let's try to deploy an application probably, and let's try to add a pod disruption budget into that. So I'm going to deploy that right now. So I have this application here, I have this deployment here, and I have attached a pod disruption budget. As you guys can see here, I'm matching this label called App Nginx, and that's going to match this. So let's go in the cluster and try to test this. So we twist it here, delete, -F. I do this because I've deployed stuff from that before. I'm going to empty that. Then I will vim inside this side, then I will apply. Qcit here, apply -F, and I will apply this. Error validating. Validating data is not set if you choose ignore. Let's see. Deployment was created by the pod disruption budget. Number of replica, match label, pod disruption budget. Yes, there's a little issue here, which we can definitely also fix down there. The indentation is not correct. How to reapply? Everything goes well. For kubectl get pod, I'm going to have this. Then I will say, if I say kubectl get pod disruption budget, I'm going to have that pod disruption budget. So the minimum replica is 4, and say allow disruption to me, and because I have 6 pod normally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can only disrupt 2 pod, no more than that. Now, if I do kubectl, for example, let's say kubectl get pod -oy. I want to see on which node all those pod are. So we actually have this node here carry 1, 2, 3 pod. So we have 3 pod in this node. Let's try to drain that node actually, right? Let's try to drain that node actually. So I'm going to say kubectl drain. Let's pass the node name. Let's try to drain this node and see what will happen actually. So that's a command, kubectl drain, pass a node name. ignore daemon set and local data so that it doesn't give you an error. So let's try to drain that node. So you will see here, it's going to tell us that, hey, error evicting. So it will show us cannot evict pod. It will violate. See here, it's stopping. It's telling that you cannot drain this node because cannot evict pod and it will violate the pod disruption budget. So this is actually saying that, hey, it's not possible what I'm trying to do. It's going to violate the pod disruption budget. So that's what stopped us from actually disrupting this application. As you guys can see, all the application is still there and it's still stay put. So, and it's still being served with that. So basically, that's what they call pod disruption budget. As you guys can see, I was not able to train the node. It was stopped by pod disruption budget. So, and you can see that node is still there. So, but it's on a disabled schedule, right? But our application was actually rescheduled somewhere. So this is just something very handy. The node here is saying that the schedule is disabled, but as you guys can see, Kubernetes never went down below 4 on this because we set our pod disruption budget to be actually 4, right? We set our pod disruption budget to be actually 4. So that's what's called pod disruption budget. It will stop you from actually disrupting an application. I hope you like this video. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.